he's ex-naval. He's an ex-naval officer, and he can't go in the Army and file a report and get this stopped. I mean, he's a military guy. He has to do a cross-country walk and, get up awareness about this so he can then go talk about it. So even authority figures have to go outside of the system and try and build awareness, go back out of the system, build awareness in the system to try and make it work. The burden of proof should not be on, millions of people being attacked by the same thing, and where we have to cross our T's and dot our I's with everything we say, and then these people who are murdering us, I mean, this guy has no reason to do this to me. Like, he's using these directed energy weapons, he's chopping up my visual cortex, is the best way I can say it, is he's just playing around with it, and playing around with my emotions at the same time, V2K, and then I see cops out here patrolling me, and they don't know that he's doing that. If they knew the details of this situation, I doubt they would be patrolling me. They would be going and talking to this guy and trying to get him. But the way that our system is set up, compartmentalized and stratified, to where a cop just knows I'm a person of interest, and then this guy in his house is making money to torture and rape me, our system is flawed. It's very flawed, and we all need to work on maybe going at, like that's what I've learned, is we have to go outside of the system. The cart has to come before the horse. We have to build awareness and let people inside the system know about this. In media, social media, every type of social media we can grab, local media, which David Voits is doing a lot, local radio shows, local media. He's even gotten on big radio shows like Coast to Coast. Me and a couple other TIs, we've gotten on to, Late Night in the Midlands, which is a big talk show. So doing it like that, and then when everybody's awareness is up, and there is enough evidence to support our group, then come back in and really try and make the system work when they realize they can't hide it anymore. And this shouldn't happen. If anybody's attacking you with anything, however they're doing it, cops should be on the case. They should be investigating it. FBI should be investigating it. But there's a problem with our system. I hope it can be fixed. I hope it's just, what I was saying earlier about these people understanding our perceptions so well to do this and pull it off so well. Because I'm not an unintelligent guy. All the target individuals I talk to, they're not unintelligent people. They explain it very well, and they don't explain it, crazily. But then, especially on, social media or stuff like that, we'll get comments like, you need to take your meds, and even from psychiatrists and things like that. And these are professional people who this is happening to. For the powers that be, or the leaders closer to the top of the echelon of the hierarchy, they know us. They know our perceptions. They know what people, will have time for and won't have time for. And there's so many other, our economy's doing bad. So people don't have a lot of time. They're just trying to hold on to their families. So when somebody hears about something this big, they don't have time for it. They don't know what they can do about it. If it does seem like an important issue to them, it's really a headlock to get our species into. And what I fear, I guess if you want to call it that, or just looking into the future, I don't know if I fear anything anymore after this. I fear that a lot of evil is spreading. That is a worry for me, and I'm going to fight it. But, just like all you other target individuals, just like all truth seekers who listen to this who aren't target individuals. But, I do worry that it's like with this program, they're going to learn more about the brain and how we can be manipulated. That's a worry for me. They already knew a lot when they put this program out. People up at the top, kind of controlling things. Like people in the UN, or people with vested financial interests, like the Federal Reserve. Who are really trying to play the world as a chessboard. These people know a lot about us, and they're doing a lot of very immoral stuff. They know that people won't accept it. We look at this program, and this is This is human experimentation with microwaves. And they know that people won't accept it. If they bring it out and say, we're just going to start testing a bunch of people with these microwaves to try and control y'all better, to try and, learn about the brain so we can, learn how to control y'all better and get y'all to listen to us and, do whatever kind of in a big group that we can get you to do. People would be like, no, we want our freedom. We want our, our sovereignty. So they know they can't do it out in the open anymore, and this is what you get. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to get, and I just see that, I know awareness is going to build up. We will see the end of this program. I agree with Mike completely. And those are very hopeful words for somebody he's been being attacked for 20 years, and he still has a lot of hope. He's a commendable guy, just a really good example of what to do in this situation. What works, what works in this situation. He's like a really good man. It is sad to see that it's our system's fault. It's not, it's not this guy in the EMS worker who's patrolling me because he thinks I'm a person of interest. He's involved in a DHS fusion center. It's not that guy in the one light car right there, thinking that maybe he's fighting terrorism or getting a little bit of money to patrol the streets because he thinks he's keeping the peace. It's not a policeman that's patrolling me who doesn't know about this and thinks that I am like a crazy person that talks to myself. It's the system's fault. The bigger system is trying to hide this stuff. It's trying to get everybody working on their need-to-know basis to do evil, to do great evil, to push human experimentation. This program grows every day. It grows every day. More people are involved in DHS fusion centers. More targeted individuals are roped into being targeted and tortured. That's the bad news. The good news is that because my friend in the city who's a TI, he found out about all this a lot sooner than me. Probably in a half a year or something. He had figured out that this was part of a bigger program. That these people, what they were using and everything. It took me from when they revealed that they were attacking me with stuff. Then it took about 2 years. 2 years for me to figure it out. So the time that it's taken TIs to figure this stuff out is shortening, which is great. But more TIs are roped into this program every day to be experimented on. The bubble is growing and growing and growing, and it will burst. It's just when it will burst, what we have to look at. And I say when they revealed it to me because I wasn't looking for this, and a lot of painful stuff that doesn't seem to have to do with my autoimmune disorder happened, and weird stuff started happening with people in Texas, many years before this high-pitched sound started on me. I don't know how long, I've been in this program. They've been surveilling me or hitting me with ELF beams. I'm not sure. I know because the high-pitched sound, that's when I started figuring it out. So that's why I say when it was revealed to me. Because you're just not looking for it. And I had a lot of weird incidences in Texas where I'd walk into a comic book store with some guy I didn't know, the owner of the store, and he would sniff at me. He would sniff at me the whole time. Every time I'd walk by him, he'd go and it was weird. It wasn't like he had a cold or anything. It was just a lot of weird stuff, and seeing certain specific vehicles that I had a girlfriend with a yellow Hummer, and we broke up, and then I'd see a yellow Hummer all around, but it was like caravanning. It wasn't I just started to see yellow Hummers. It was done on purpose. I look back. A lot of kind of weird, in relationships, people would turn on me, not many, but there was a couple of situations where people turned on me, and it was just I didn't do anything to you. Why are you being completely crazy? That could just be a man-woman thing. That's kind of a joke. So my situation is pretty complicated, and I haven't even figured it out completely. I do know I'm part of this program. I do know there are people attacking me with directed energy weapons. You know, I do know there's lots of delivery mechanisms. I mean, I talked to a 75-year-old woman the other night, and there's a lot of cases of this. She had to move out of her house where she was doing fine because of this and move into a nursing home. And then she's like using a black light, and she's finding all these toxins, and they'll put toxins where you live or around where you live, so it works better in conjunction with these electromagnetic frequencies. She's 75 years old, and she's finding some of these toxins on her walking cane. I mean, where are we, guys? Come on. And truth seekers, people who are just watching this, who are just regular people, you're not involved in this program, or you are involved in this program and you want to do what's right, please research this stuff. Please help us. You know, we need people who aren't being attacked, who can step in and help us. So please don't dismiss it and just be like, well, that's some crazy guy. This is really happening. And I want to just tell all non-TIs, even if you're a perp and you think that they're getting crazy people on this, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. This program is not needed. And if even if they are collecting information, they've got enough information now. Now people are just hurting, and it's in the way wrong hands. I don't even want to give it that much, but if you do think like that, and you're like, well, if you human beings experiment on to create great good in the world, no, that's even over. But I mean, I would say like that's incredibly awful by itself. But I'm coming up to like 45 minutes, guys, and I kind of drove far away from my house. It's raining and a lot of traffic, so I may kind of wrap it up. I wanted to make a video right when I woke up, to just kind of show how bad it is. And I can already see, like, when I start waking up, about an hour passed where it was really bad, and then about the next hour, I can feel it, getting better and me getting a little bit more control over my mind. The thing that makes me feel like they really work on you at night is because they do directed dreaming on me. And I kind of it was weird last night. I had a funny dream, but then with some of my biggest fears involved. It was a dream on the land, and then there was a shark in it. And then some other weird stuff that was like creepy in the dream. And the fact that I remember it is a huge red flag, because I don't remember any of my dreams. That stopped when I was like 25. I stopped remembering dreams. But this was like, it was kind of funny. It seems like it could have been my dream, because it had a lot of things that were just like funny, or things that I've seen in my past. But it was weird stuff was mixed in. Now, when I woke up and I was kind of in the middle of sleeping and waking. They were trying to microwave a lot of this directed dream back into my head. So it seems that has a lot to do with what they want to do when you're awake. They want to learn how to really manipulate images and stuff like that with microwaves. In your theta state when you're sleeping, or in your REM state, which they try and keep us from by doing this directed dreaming. But then I think that allows them to work these levers when you're awake. And Robert Duncan does say, I'm gonna get his books. It's time for that. I should have done it at the beginning. I'm gonna get Robert Duncan's 2 books, Taming a Demon and Project Soulcatcher. I'm gonna read them. I'm just gonna sit there and read them on through. I need to, and I learn a lot from these calls. Sometimes I'll just, I won't want to talk, but my V2K is running, and so, I'll turn on the calls, and I'll listen to other TIs, talk about their situation. I'll jump in if there's something that I want to talk about, but sometimes, if you don't want to just sit on a call, maybe if you're like a video game player like me, I play a video game in the background on low volume, and then just listen to the call. Or maybe, you read a magazine or something while you're listening to the call. I don't know if that's a problem and why you're not getting on the calls, because you just have to do that. There are ways to kind do other things, and stay on the calls so you can learn information. I don't